Irris, what more do we know about what's been happening on the ground in Gaza this Friday?
I'll talk to you about what I know about what's happening militarily. And that is a big push. You know, both sides confirm that this is the most intense fighting this past 72 hours. You know, basically since the truce collapsed, we've seen fighting on three fronts, I guess you'd say, within Gaza City, in Sajaiya and in Jabalia, and then in the south in Khan Yunis. And that's gone on today. And what the IDF spokesperson who just held the briefing, he said that what they're seeing is hand-to-hand fighting with Hamas militants who suddenly appear out of tunnel shafts, and they've produced images of that. I've seen that with my own eyes. So I think you're seeing much more intense fighting spread across the Gaza Strip. And the other thing that he said that was interesting, which I can't corroborate, he said that once again that more people were surrendering to Israeli forces. Some 200 people, he said, have surrendered. Many of them Hamas, so not all of them Hamas, but many of them Hamas from the Nukba battalion. That's the battalion that carried out the October the 7th attacks inside Israel. And he said they've been taken off for interrogation. Something interesting that has been confirmed by both the Hamas military wing and the IDF is, I think, part of the interrogation is to try and find out where the hostages are located, where the now 137 Israeli hostages are located. They've been held there since October the 7th. And both Hamas and the IDF confirmed that there was an attempt to rescue a hostage earlier today. And that failed, that 2 Israeli soldiers were wounded in that attempt. And what the IDF spokesperson said was that by the time they got there, that the hostage was no longer there. What the Hamas military wing said was they gave his name, rank and serial number, said he was a 25-year-old soldier, and said he was killed in an Israeli airstrike. That is a line that we hear from the Hamas military wing more than once. However, that is the two versions of the event, either a failed rescue of someone who was no longer there or a failed rescue in which the hostage died. We cannot corroborate between those two. But all those things coming out from the IDF spokesperson and from the Hamas military as this fighting continues, and of course the price paid by the civilians in Gaza right now.
And in the meantime,